You can't breathe through your nose, right? Do you think that has anything to do with your anxiety? That's a question I've never been asked. When people talk about the breath and they say to breathe through your nose, typically my response is, literally, I haven't been able to breathe through my nose my entire life. When I had my very first kiss, my first thought was, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, I'm getting kissed. The second thought was, oh my God, I'm suffocating. I can't breathe. I've tried all the things. I've tried steroid nasal inhalers, antifungal nasal inhalers. I've used Afrin. I've taken decongestants. I've taken oral steroids, oral inhalers, changing my diet, supplements, herbs. I even had someone stick a balloon on my nose and try to open the airway with something called cranial nasal release. But what does this have to do with anxiety? I saw an airway specialist and he taught me about the link between having to put in more effort to breathe and what that does to the nervous system. So here's the thing. I got my first retainer when I was a little girl in 3rd grade, and that retainer held my teeth in place. But as my head and my bones and my jaw were supposed to grow and expand, the retainer prevented this from happening. So the idea is that my orthodontics kept my airway narrowed, and because the bones in my skull and everything is so smushed in, that any little amount of inflammation in my nasal passageways is causing an obstruction. I can't breathe. My body's having to work hard to compensate for that, and then I get anxious and insomnia. I need to see it to believe it, and so I got this imaging done. Let me show you. This is an image of my airway. This is the right side and this is the left side. As you see, the one here right on the left is completely obstructed. The only reason this is open at all is because I used Afrin. Otherwise, I'm walking around every day of my life and my nasal airways are completely blocked. So what happens is the body has to produce extra adrenaline and cortisol to increase the amount of effort just for simple breathing. I also had a sleep study done, and it turns out that I stop breathing at night for 45 seconds plus, and then my heart rate spikes, and then I wake up. Are you congested? Do you have anxiety? Do you have issues with sleep? Have you had dental work done? Teeth pulled, braces, retainers? What about a tongue tie? Turns out I have a giant tongue tie. Dude, I'm 40 years old and no one has ever told me that before. When we're exploring the root cause of anxiety, oftentimes the structure of the body is overlooked. So here are your next steps. Number 1 is subscribe to my podcast, The Holistic Inner Balance, where we are going to dive into this in a lot more detail. Number 2 is start tracking your oxygenation status. You can do that with a wearable app. They also make pulse oxes that you can get on your finger and you can buy them online. And number 3, be sure to like and subscribe in this video so that the algorithm sends you the follow-ups of what happens so that you can start making changes to heal your anxiety by getting to the root cause.